Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to the other side of the Beehive.
I see you rolling your pants up.
Hey, it's a
It's
very important day today for me.
Is it gonna rain out there?
Ladies and gentlemen, I roll my pants up, and it's a big day, and I want to thank my family and all the people that supported me. Not you fuckers, but other people. Does it look bad? You tell me if you have you ever seen me wearing something like, well, no, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen me?
You're all, today, have you seen me wear anything?
Have you ever seen me wear something that I look bad in?
No, because you have your own style, and it's a good style. It's not my style.
Yeah.
Which is good, because you don't
Yeah.
want everybody to have the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I would assume my style is not your style, and B style is not, but if I don't break your balls about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I know.
Then we're not boys, right?
No, I
I would
know, dude.
expect the same thing.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's been so cold. I've been wearing wool socks, unfortunately. And I got here and I put my leg up and I went, oh, fuck.
Dude, I tell you what, dude, I've been saying this every day at work. I am such a pussy when it comes to cold. And it gets worse. Like, I get worse every year. I'm already wearing long johns.
Yeah,
and here's the thing. They work from like 6:45 to like
10:30.
8:30.
Really?
Yeah, especially there because there's no buildings around.
Then it's too hot, right?
Then it's too hot, and there I am boiling. And also I have brand new, thicker socks on.
Yeah.
And then, but hey, I'll wear them until like mid-April.
When I was working outside, I was the same way.
Yeah.
As soon as it started to get out of the 70s and 80s, and your highs were only in the 60s, yeah, I rocked the long johns all the way until fucking like April.
That's what
yeah. It didn't matter if I was going out to the club or the bar, I was wearing long johns.
See, I'm not
The problem is like you said, once it starts to get warm, then your fucking gooch and your fucking nut, they start to stew.
Yeah.
And then you pull down your pants to like take a piss and you're like,
yeah.
oh, you're
Like,
goddamn.
I get home and I start checking them off, and when I go like this, I'm all, oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? I didn't do anything but sit on my ass today.
Yeah, but it stews in there, and there's a smell that your nutsack creates, and it's like people say, man, that pussy stinks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, well, dicks stink too, man.
Balls don't
stink.
smell good.
No, they don't. They don't smell good either.
Especially when you have like a full day of work.
Everybody's asshole. The same thing comes out of everybody's asshole. It doesn't matter if you've got a vagina or a two-piece in a suit.
Yeah.
It still stinks.
It all smells
down
like
there.
poo. Shout out to Mariah.
Poo.
What a weird thing to say, huh? And she's like, oh my God, I can't.
So
I'm like, what?
I was rocking the new Limp Bizkit album.
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to it I like it.
Do you
I like it. You got to listen to it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I actually like it.
See, I only went through it a couple of times.
But did you listen to the whole thing or just like the first couple minutes?
So I heard like the first
song?
couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and then, but then also as I'm going, there's a couple of songs that are like 2 minutes. I don't know. So I don't know if it's an outro or it's an intro for the next one. And so I'm rocking it. I'm like 2 minutes of so what are these?
Tracks.
Unrestricted episodes?
Tracks like 1 through 6, good.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9.
Gets
I
lazy.
think they kind of just played it out just to get a full album out.
They were like, well, the first 6 are the ones that we're really going for.
But
these are just fillers.
the fact that we got a new Limp Bizkit album, so what timing for me to tell everybody, hey, guess what, assholes? 40 years of my life I've been hiding this. I have a Limp Bizkit tattoo on my ankle. The next day the album drops and nobody knew about
Next
it.
time you see Fred Durst, I want to give a shout out to Justin Simmons.
Yeah, the other side of the Beehive.
Dude, it's funny you say that because this morning I showed up and so it's dark now. 7 in the morning.
Wait till Monday now.
Pitch black
because we're going back.
Yeah. But so I'm parked and I don't see anybody out there trucks. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll wait a little longer. Then I see like a shape, right? And I'm like, oh shit, they're out. And when I came out, it was just like my spotter. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I thought he was one of our inspectors or something.
Right.
Like I just came out.
Somebody interesting to talk about, right?
And so I look at my boss's truck and he's not there. So he was in the shitter. And so I jumped in his truck and he was so from the shitter, his phone was still connected to the truck, and he was rocking the new album of Limp Bizkit.
Was he?
And I was like, oh shit, check this out. And I'm like, how do you liking it? And he goes, he's like, I just barely noticed it's new, and I just went for it. So,
But anyway, I brought that up because there's a song called Snacky Poo
oh, that's right.
on there. I was like, hey.
What's up, fellas? What a good episode last week, huh?
That was a good time, huh? Really, and we talked that we were going to talk about this. I think you even posted on it. That episode put us up over 30,000 downloads.
Yeah. That's a good thing, dude. Shout out to B. Yeah, dude. That's crazy, huh? Mm-hmm. We just started this thing, and all of a sudden it was like, oh. And like the last time we checked was at 22,000.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was
Of course,
so weird.
that was episode 90. So
Yeah. No, and I got Will Wander gave us a shout out. The host from the Beans and Rice, he gave me a shout out. So yeah, it feels good. Feels awesome.
He gave you a shout out.
Yeah, I have him like from his personal to my personal.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah. What about the other guy I said?
Well, so I don't know his name, let alone the other guy's name. So
Yeah, if I show him to you, I'm like, which one's host? Which one's Jose? Like, and I'll go exactly. But no, it feels good.
it feels good.
It's a milestone, huh? And for the
for us, and I was like, man, yeah. And then I like looked at other podcasts, like real podcasts, and they had 30,000 in one episode. I'm like, well,
dude, our I don't know if you guys have noticed, but by a little bit, but our views on YouTube, they're bumped up.
I've noticed that.
They're bumped up.
Yo, how about the graphic B threw in there?
Yeah, I know. I called him out.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
He just showed it to me. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he just showed it to me. I'm like, damn.
Well,
dude.
we talked about
doing the laugh.
putting the laugh,
Right.
and so he sent me that. Yeah, he sends me the video so I can do the clips, and so it was downloading, and then I was watching the game or whatever, and then it came up like as soon as it stopped downloading, it started playing, and then I see the bats, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, oh shit, look at me.
It was
Oh,
badass.
yeah.
It was
They do
badass.
some pretty cool stuff.
That's some producer shit right there.
Producer stuff.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, huh?
I'm gonna start making you bring me rock stars or something for payments.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Brian is rocking a Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh jeez.
Not even the horrible
Do you own
taste
any-
of Mountain Dew.
Do you listen to Tim McGraw nowadays or what?
Love Tim McGraw.
Do you really?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Was it Hellbach?
You know who I
I
like?
said that when we first
It
started.
was. He was like, hey, motherfucker, I like Mountain Dew, and I love Tim McGraw.
But I don't fuck my
I don't
sister.
fuck my sister.
So I guess you got 2 out of 3.
You know who I like?
Country wise?
Yeah. Sturgill Simpson.
I have no
Never
idea who
heard
that
of
is.
Um,
You know who I like? That Waylon guy. What's his name?
Waylon Jennings.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
The one that said the M word and got caught on camera. Is that him? Steele's buddy.
His name's not. Well, you're thinking of. His name's not Waylon Jennings.
No?
No.
I don't know. Obviously, that tells you how much country I
Right.
know.
Right.
Sturgill Simpson. He's like long beard, kind of older country music.
Oh, like Conway Twitty did?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Really?
Like it's really good. He was on that Metallica album, you know, where they had all the artists redo the Black Album.
Yeah.
He's on that with Nothing Else Matters. It's
Ooh.
spot on.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But the wife, I got like a fucking wife hair in my. Yeah, see, look at that,
wife
dude.
hair?
Yeah. Because I have 2 daughters and a wife with long hair. Every time I pull out,
Sorry,
my
honey.
nutsack is, I claim that on my taxes. But every time I pull shit out of the laundry now and I put a hoodie on, there's always a fucking hair in it.
I hear you, dude. You know what I've noticed too, also, and like the wife used to say this to me, and I want to call myself out in case I ever do it. My eyelash, I got like big eyelashes, but they're like straight and they're down. And the wife always said, "Why don't we just curl him?" And I was like, I don't know.
You're like me. You have long ass.
Yeah.
We have eyelashes women would kill for.
Yeah, dude.
We do. Because if
mine,
you put
but
mascara
mine,
on ours, I mean, we're talking
fucking cover,
Kardashian shit right
dude,
there.
if I look at the mirror and I like barely close my eyes,
No, I wouldn't. Just suck each other up just for your eyelashes. Now your upper lip, I suck you off for that.
when I look at the mirror and I like halfway close my eyes, dude, it's all like it's like my eyeball is in the.
They go like this, huh?
It's in jail. Yeah,
It's all that.
It's like one of those.
They're like tree branches.
Like one of those plants that eat flies. What do they called?
Venus flytraps.
So I'm gonna curl him. I just don't know where to get a.
I think you can just go to Walmart and buy a fucking.
I could just use it, put it back on. I could just hang it. You know who's like that, dude? I'm gonna call him out. My fucking stepdaddy, dude. Ever since I met him, he's like, "Oh, what do you need?" And I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go to." This is when we like first got here. "Oh, I need to buy a tool or whatever." And he goes, "No, you can buy it and return it, right?" I was like,
Really?
I'm like, what? Yeah, my mom got rid of that shit, dude. It's like, we're not doing that anymore.
Have you ever walked, like, forgot to put on cologne or something, and so you just go to Macy's and walk through the store, squirt yourself, and then with the sampler joints?
And they jam you with fucking Paris Hilton. You're like, I was like, okay.
I used to have a joke way back in the day. It was like, when I'd pick up on girls, like, we'd talk about cologne. I'd be like, "Oh, you smell good." I'm like, "Yeah, you like that? That's that new shit. It's called Tester."
What's that new thing called sample?
Exactly. Because they all had Tester on stickers on them. Or sample.
Yeah, do you rock, I think we talked about this. Do you rock cologne?
Acodizio.
I just one.
Yeah, so since I was 14 years
same
old.
here.
Same one.
My uncle left Mexico, and he left a couple of colognes. He's always been into colognes and nice clothes and shit. And I grabbed this one, Carolina Herrera for men. And I like, I mean, he was gone, but I basically stole that out of his room. And then for the longest time, that's the only thing I rock. And then I brought it here, and then that's what the wife got used to. And then she gave me one for Christmas, like a couple Christmases ago.
Do you still find it?
I've had it for 2 years because I don't wear it every time. See what I'm saying?
Every day before I go to work.
Really?
When I put deodorant on, I always put cologne
What a
on.
fuck boy, dude.
It is. It is.
But I guess it makes sense because you're in an office. You know, you don't want to get all fucking ripey and...
Exactly, because people always come in the office.
Yeah.
And the last thing, in fact, I moved offices yesterday. I moved offices. There he goes again. The next office over. So my office, I went from a closet office to I'm big time now. I have windows.
God damn.
I have a look of the road. So, but I got in there. I'm like, do I need to get like one of those plug-in wall things so my office always smells good when you go in there?
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't, even though, no, you sweat when you're sitting down still. I just will sweat no matter what. It's just how I am. But you want people to enter the office, especially if you've been ripping ass.
Yeah.
You don't want it to smell fucking like a locker room in there.
So you bathe yourself, not bathe yourself, but you can give yourself some
squirts.
some pumps.
One up front, one in the back.
I usually go in the name of the Father, the Son, you know what I mean? And then I do some in my hand, and I go like this, and then I go like this. Okay, someone hugs you.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what the trick is?
And then it's something like this in case, you know.
Wait, that one too.
In case my boyfriend
That
fucking...
one too. You want to know the trick in anybody that's single out there? Let me tell you the
Pen
trick
and
right
paper,
here. This is how I snagged my wife right here.
Ooh.
When you do it, always take your wrist and rub your wrist together. Almost sounds like a woman would do it.
Yeah.
But when you grab a woman by the fucking back of the head, she smells that beautiful smell just before you get ready to jab your tongue down her throat.
Instant moisture, dude.
Shout out to tips. Dating tips.
Yeah, we should start another podcast. A couple of losers.
One episode.
You've been married.
You know what? I'm
all.
up.
Both of you
Yeah,
two?
here's all. That's tip 1. Tip 2, knock her up on the first date. Then she ain't going
Show
nowhere.
me your long balls. If she doesn't go, she's a keeper. No, dude, I this is the one I rock. But I don't usually like. It makes sense how you just because you're in an office, you're like, hey Janine, can you send me those copies of those things? By the way, you just drop your pennies. Like I'm surrounded by dudes, they don't give a shit though. You know what I mean? Plus we're covered in mud nowadays. See what I'm saying?
You can smell good in plain mud, though.
Yo, how weird is it that every single one of our houses has a smell,
Yeah.
but you don't know what that is.
Yeah, because you walk into your own house and you don't
Yeah.
smell it.
Yeah.
But you walk into other people's house and it's a different smell.
Yeah.
You become immune to the smell.
Like
right?
I remember one time, and I'll never forget this. Dan told me once, the smell of your house I don't even know how to take this now that I'm thinking about it. It's like the smell of your house reminds me of my grandma's house. And
it smells like mothballs in Angel's house.
And there's a reason why no one has stepped a foot in my house since then.
That was it. That was the end of parties
Everybody
and everything.
Get the fuck out. I gotta go watch this
You're
thing.
cleaning the house.
But it's weird because even if you have because we have one of these smell things here, right?
Yeah.
But if you put that in your house, it'll change the smell, but it'll go back
Oh,
to
yeah.
what it is. And now my question is it us
Of course
with
it
the
is.
combination of the house, or
course
is it
it
the
is.
house itself?
Maybe a little bit of both, but I think your furniture that you carry to the next house is still gonna be. You're laying on your couch,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
walking on your floors, you're butt fucking in the kitchen
Yeah.
or whatever. It's still gonna be
So my
your
next house
smell.
smells
right?
like cigarette. Just kidding. Who the fuck was again, Howie saw him smoking the other day. I'm like, Howard, smoking is not even cool anymore, dude.
I was out visiting one of the crews Thursday.
Yeah.
They were waiting for asphalt to show up. Standing around, every one of them. So we were in I asked them, who the fuck smokes in 2021? And they all looked at me like, get ready to call HR on you, motherfucker. But it's true.
Yeah.
Who still smokes?
Because it used to be, imagine, how long do you think it was? 10 years ago?
What?
You can smoke inside.
Longer than that.
Longer
than that. I mean,
Because when you and I first started having
15
sex,
15
we were
plus.
smoking.
15 plus.
not indoors though.
No, not indoors.
15 plus since. Because I remember when I first started DJing, I used to come home stinking.
Yeah,
like
dude.
cigarette smoke.
Dude, imagine me. It's being well documented where I met the wife.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, and then she will always come home. She'll smell like brass. And I'm like,
One of my fondest memories is when I was a kid. This is if there was ever a white statement to be made, it would be right here.
everybody get quiet and listen to this shit.
Cap this one right here. When I was a kid, I was on a bowling league.
With Mr. Flanders.
Every fucking Saturday morning, my bowling team, the Pinheads,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
and we carried that name through. I did it for 5 or 6 years. Never got good at bowling.
That's what I was going to ask you. You good?
Never got good. Decent.
Yeah.
Decent. I'm a 150 average guy.
See, I'm like 115.
So right in there between 125, 150
Yeah,
in there.
yeah.
I had a few highs, a few lows, but I never got good at it. But my fondest memories was going to Davis Lanes in Layton as a kid, and everybody still smoked there. There was ashtrays because you could still smoke in the bowling alleys. Even to the, years after, when I was a teenager going there, that smell never went away
Yeah.
because it was so many years of people smoking in the bowling alley. You could still smell it.
You ball, B? You ball.
Yeah, I had my own ball and shoes. I still
All right.
used
I
to
wasn't
play
expecting
play
that professionalism from
Play
you,
for
dude.
money. With
Did
some
you really?
Coworkers. Yeah, it was just coworkers.
Someone mentioned today at work cornhole. And someone was like, oh, yeah, I belong to a team. You're like, I was talking about cornhole. And he goes, yep, I do. There's a tournament here or whatever. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
How do you go to your boss? You're all, hey, I need to take some time off. He's all, for what? Going to a cornhole tournament.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing. Yo, by the way, speaking of colognes,
Cologne?
I brought my I drove my mom's car to get here because I'll tell you why. But as I'm driving, I move my foot and I hear this that I'm kicking something on the floor. So I was like, what the fuck?
It's a beer can.
And this is what. So it's kind of true. It was her spittoon, dude. It was just but it was one of these like I'm going out to church kind of
Like
smell for
not really perfume,
for
but
older
like
lady. Yeah.
but like a body spray.
Yeah. Like the ones you buy at Ulta. You know what I mean?
What?
Ulta.
What's that?
You know Ulta, right?
Yeah, Ulta.
Like the makeup, like a big.
Kind of like Sephora.
Yeah.
See, I don't even know what Safari
Oh
is.
my god.
Really?
Are you serious?
Are we talking like fucking
Like makeup for girls.
Like makeup.
And you.
Like a makeup place.
And me last week.
Beauty supplies. Like Sally's. But
Yeah.
higher
Okay,
end.
so I know a Sally's.
Sally's is for hair. I think Ulta has hair stuff. You know what? It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't matter.
But so she had one of those on the ground, and all I did was pick it up, and I picked it up like obviously I couldn't see it. By the time I pick it up, it was from the squeezy thing, from the button, and then I put it on the door, and then I smelled like my mother.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was driving and crying at the same time.
that's why you're so late. You're wiping your
Did you
eyes
see my
off.
story about Dre?
Yes, yes.
Dude, it was so funny because I tried to get it the first time, and by the time I got it, he was already playing the song. I was like, and so I knew that he came back, and I'm like, oh shit, and I got it. But my mom really has no idea.
So who?
Which is weird. It's like,
Who?
she says, oh, who's Dre?
Who's Dre? That's what you missed the opportunity. You forgot about Dre?
I'm like, oh,
Yes, you missed the opportunity right there.
Missed it.
yo, he was Dr. Dre, wasn't he?
Yes, he was Dr.
He was dressed up like a doctor. On
That
Saturday.
guy.
I got
Shout
him
out.
at the bar with that one
Shout out.
the other day when he was Dr. Dre and said, well, Dre said, I said, Dr. Dre didn't say nothing. He's locked in my basement or something like that.
Dude, so Brian, you basically didn't get to wear your costume.
Yes.
You didn't.
No.
They said no.
No, he wore it here for the 5 minutes he had
Right.
it on. And he took photos, and then we went to the bar the next day, and by the time we went in, there was 3 people dressed up. And so he's like, well, I'm gonna go eat and then I'll dress up.
Because I can't eat in the costume. I can't
Obviously.
You can't do anything in that
Yeah.
costume.
I was hoping you would drive if you had a convertible or a
I
sunroof.
was hoping you'd be dancing. Fucking knocking all this fucking
How great
lights
would that
and
have been
shit.
if you had a sunroof? It pokes out the top and you're just.
It's not like flying over the way. But do you have a sunroof?
No.
But there was this guy that was on stilts. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, still.
I saw the pictures
I walk
of
in the
that
bar,
guy,
dude,
yeah.
and this guy is 8 feet tall,
yes.
and it's so funny because he's like he bends over halfway to pick up one of his French fries. And so the entire time, I'm like, dude, let me ask you something. Can you sit down? He goes, nope. I've been standing here for hours. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And then his mask was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was mechanical in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had it on my story too. I'm like, close your mouth. And then he will close it and then open it. But like the gums will come out and then the teeth will come out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. He won the costume contest.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How much?
$100.
$100.
Wow.
Yeah.
That pays for the costume, right?
And then as soon as he got done, he went and took the stilts off and he came
Yeah,
back
that's
and we
right,
didn't
that's
know
right.
who he was.
Yeah.
But he hung out with us almost all night long.
Yeah.
What was his name? Jake?
Yeah, they can't remember.
Jacob? It started with a J.
James?
Jason? James?
I don't know.
Love
He's
you,
not
man.
listening,
Sorry.
so.
Sorry. If you
I started following him because I took a photo of him. I'm like, hey, what's your socials and your number, big boy? But that was fun. That night was fun.
Put drugs in there.
I didn't know about that.
Angel's out there taking pictures with everybody.
I was a little happy.
Yes.
Were you drunk?
Not quite. But
You had a good buzz
those
on?
Unibombers or whatever they're
Irish
called.
car bombs.
Have you had one of those?
Bombers.
Have you had one of those? You know what I'm talking about?
So an Irish car bomb to me is Jameson and beer, right?
Yeah, dark
Guinness. It's
And Guinness, yeah.
It's Guinness with Jameson. And something else.
So-
some liqueur.
So one of the bartenders comes out and she has the thing and it's like she's just doing this with it, and I was like, what is that? And she obviously turns around, but with the music, I didn't hear, and so Dre was like, hey, let's have one of those. I'm like, all right, whatever that is. So they put the beers and then the shot, and then she was, and then we all. I didn't know it was a race. So when she first got it, I'm like, and then Dre just, and then, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know. He buys like 2 or 3. Then this guy with the still says like, we're gonna get another one. Are you in? I'm like, sure. Ugh. So I got another one, and then I'm like, well, I can't just be the guy.
Sounds pretty filling to me to be chugging a Guinness.
And then I was like, well, I don't want to be that guy that doesn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'll buy one. And so I ended up buying another one. And then there was no Dre Español the next day.
Yeah, that rug kept trying to grab you and take you down.
Who?
The rug at the front door. You don't remember having the conversation with the rug about the rug?
No, what are you talking about?
You kept tripping over the rug.
This fucking rug, dude.
Door.
They have one of those.
You walk by it.
They have one of those skinny rugs that just right at the entrance. But as you walk from side to side, all I do is tripping on it.
Yes.
I was like, fuck, man. And Rock is all making fun of me.
You drag your feet?
No, I don't know. I thought I did it only once. I guess it was more than that.
Yeah.
No, 'cause you walked out the bar and you're like, you need to get rid of this rug. It was great. It was good times. I was completely sober. Haven't drank.
Hell yeah, B.
Still haven't drank.
I'm super excited, dude.
Yeah.
You lost any more weight?
Yes.
How much? Total 30,000 place? I'm just kidding.
Since December 25th, I've lost 19
Since
pounds.
December, that hasn't happened.
Or October 25th.
I'm like, God damn, it's taking you almost a year to lose 19 pounds, and now you're just going to stop drinking? Holy shit, buddy.
October 25th.
I take a piss and go to sleep and lose 19 pounds overnight, man.
How many?
Congratulations, man.
19 pounds since in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, B.
Alcohol will do that. There's a lot of empty calories in alcohol.
Yeah.
Well,
Rather it be beer, or everybody thinks, well, liquor's not bad. Oh, bullshit.
and when you drink as much as I was drinking,
Oh, yeah, we know.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, that's what's funny, though, because, like, and this is me being honest, we talk about it here, we make fun of it, but, like, deep inside being one of my boys is like, that's not good.
Yeah.
And one time, I still remember this. One time we were at the bar, and he was like, hey, you want a shot? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And he goes, Dre, you want a shot? And he goes, no, I'm good. And he goes, why do I have to be the drunk friend? I'm like, well, you don't, though.
Yeah, you don't. You
And he
don't.
goes, well, someone's got to be. I'm like, no. We don't have to have one. So why do I have to be
There's
the-
no rules at the door
Why
that
do I have
says
to be the
there has to be
alcoholic?
one alcoholic in every group.
Why do I have to be? I'm like, you don't. That's your choice. Dude,
So I guess I'm going to be the alcoholic
Yes.
of the group now,
because
right?
I'm only, I mean,
guess so.
I haven't drank since last Saturday.
You gotta take the mantle. I'll bring you.
Yo,
I'll bring
I haven't
you the
been
crown.
drinking on days the Jazz don't play.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. The Jazz, dude. I'm going to go as far as saying, I have a man crush on Jordan Clarkson, dude.
Yeah.
That guy has everything. He's got style. His braids make his head looks like a basketball. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
He had a huge breakout game last night, man.
Yeah.
Because he went 0 for 23 or 24 from 3-pointer in the last 2 games leading up to last night.
Oh, look at him with short hair. Fuck that. That's my next jersey, dude.
That's the one I was talking about buying, was a Jordan Clarkson
Yeah.
jersey. 6 man a year. I mean,
Dude, last night was, look at him with God damn.
so he is the first NBA athlete to be a Lululemon
Model.
ambassador.
Look
Look at that. Click on that one.
Yeah,
Look at that good-looking
give me
guy.
some.
God damn. He's
Don't
even
look
got
the
a
same,
face
though.
tattoo now.
Dude, I love his tattoos are badass.
They're beautiful tattoos.
They're badass. I dig the whole thing, dude. Look at that.
He's a styling dude. I'm glad he's on the Jazz.
Yo,
man.
but so I don't know if you saw it last night when they played. They interviewed him. He's like straight hood. Have you heard him talk?
So my
He's like,
wife's-
I just want to be balling, man. I just want to ball. I just want to ball. My friends get together, my homies, and ball. We're like, oh, okay. So how was the game? I just want to ball.
I wouldn't say he was that hood.
No, but
I think
he did say ball. I wanna
He's
ball.
he's very humble,
Yeah.
and I think he's in a. You got to remember, he played with Kobe, right?
Yeah.
So he was on a Lakers team that was it.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kobe, right? And so he went through. I think he went from the Lakers, went to Cleveland, and then came to Utah. And I think he's found a real good home where, for Utah to embrace a guy that's covered in tattoos,
Yeah.
that's black, obviously. Let's be real, right? But embrace him so well. I think he's found a great home here in Utah, and he's hopefully he stays on this rhythm, dude. He balled last night.
Yeah. Now, somebody please tell me, this is the beginning of the whole thing?
What, the season?
Yeah.
They've only played
8 games.
7 games because they're 6-1 right
Six
now.
and one. But why is it that I feel like so when last week you and I came here and put this together, that was Thursday, and you told me the game is being recorded. So I went home and I watched the game. Then they played on Saturday because we were at the bar.
Yeah.
And the Jazz played. That's when they lost against Chicago, right?
Then
they play Sunday?
You can bet that the Jazz or any other team is going to play every other day.
Yeah,
Dude, there's like 70. How many games is there?
80 something.
Is there 80
Yeah, it's
in a season?
82 or 81.
But I just didn't know that it was. So every team plays 80 something times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just didn't know it was that often because, like I
Usually-
said, they play Saturday against Chicago, then they play Sunday
Yeah. A back to back.
against Milwaukee,
Yeah.
and then they played.
Usually when they go away, they play like two or three games, like with maybe 1 day break, if that, and then then they have a big break and they come back home and play a couple games here.
Yeah, because they played the Kings on Tuesday. So they played Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it, but
Shout out to the Jazz, dude. I love that we have a professional team that's good.
now what happened to
Ankle injury.
from the night before?
Sprained injury.
From the
It's
game
not,
before.
He's not like,
Out.
he's not out, just resting up
Yeah.
his ankle. He tweaked it pretty good. But without their star player, I mean, the first quarter was rough. But, I mean, Mike Conley came in.
Yeah.
Played fucking great.
Also, Mike Conley, I like him with
Joe
braids.
Ingles.
Yeah,
He looks like Ian.
Ingles.
Yes. My wife's all, well, there's your buddy Ian right there. He looks just like Ian. Bogdanovich.
Yeah,
It's a good team, man.
it's a
And
good fucking team.
Hassan Whitesides. Now we have
I
another
was
great
gonna say
center.
that. And it's so funny how if he's in, then Gobert is taking a break,
Yeah.
and then they swap him. Like
But for the longest time, I mean, we've had a decent bench center.
yeah.
But now with Hassan, now you have another great block shotter.
Yeah.
Shot blocker, excuse me.
Yeah.
So they got a good team this year. Wait until Rudy Gay starts play, man. He's been out with spurs in his ankle. He's healing right now. Just wait till he starts playing,
Yeah.
dude.
If only we had a sport podcast that cared about the Jazz.
I wish that guy would invite us to be on his podcast.
Dude, can you get us tickets?
I'm trying to get myself tickets, let alone us. Like you have a turd in your pocket tickets.
But right now they're cheap, right? Some of
Those,
them.
no, man. Yeah, up at top,
Yeah.
the top row, they start at like $15-$16 and go down from there. But
And then they did the when was this? Wednesday? The Real Salt Lake play, and they did the whole honor thing to
Kyle Beckerman.
Kyle Beckerman. They lost 3-1.
Yep.
well,
I'm like, God.
I heard they're not gonna make the playoffs this year because of that loss? Or
Yeah, they're out.
they're done.
Yeah, I think they're out.
Don't know.
Helbeck is right, dude. We take everything in this podcast.
What do you mean?
Like we talk about sports, we talk about anal leakage, we talk about.
But
work.
that was the idea.
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
We
that's
never
what I'm saying.
had an
That's what I'm saying.
agenda here.
That's
We
what I'm
just
saying.
go from one thing to another.
Yeah, we talk about vets, we talk about sex.
Let's talk about vets, baby.
So, my good friend let me borrow his trailer, right? Mm-hmm. So,
I'm disappointed you didn't ask me. Because I'm closer than he is,
he brought it to the job
travel
site.
wise. Oh,
So he brought it to
that
Magna.
makes sense.
Yeah, you
That
weren't
makes
gonna do
sense.
that.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I wasn't even going to bring it to your house. I was going to tell you, you pick this motherfucker up. Let me have a copy of your insurance, and then you can take it.
I don't have insurance. I don't have social.
That's okay.
So he brought it to the job site. I hooked up to it, and somebody at his house measured it and goes, "Well, it's this tall," and I measured my garage. And I was like, "Oh, I'm way over that." So brings it up. I hook up to it. I back it in my driveway, and you saw the photo. So he goes in, but because the trailer is looking up because he has to hook up to my truck, it's not gonna go in anymore. And so that fucked the whole thing because he was very concerned that I live in the hood, which is understandable.
Yeah.
And he was like, I just don't want my trailer to stay there by itself.
Yep.
So the whole idea was, well, I'll just leave it in the garage, and then I'll just go do my thing. And I can't. So I've been so Thursday and Friday, I took it to work. I unhooked it so I can drive from spot to spot, and then at the end of the day, I go and I hook up back to it, and then drag it home. I was gonna bring it today, and I was just hoping that there was parking lot. There's nobody out there, by the way.
Right.
But I was just hoping there was a spot here.
Why didn't you walk it in?
I did that too with my little brother today. My little brother took me to the dentist. Everything's fine, guys. Still no cavities, so don't worry about that.
That's like every other week. Oh, so went to the dentist today.
Every 6 months, my friend. So-
It's been sooner than 6 months.
well, I told you that I went to the
No,
dentist.
we know.
And they
We
told
heard
me
the,
I
we
didn't
heard
have
the
a- I
story
didn't- I
that
didn't
he
have
went
a-
hunting and forgot about him. He's like, he'll be fine. He just
So I asked my little brother, I think if because it's not heavy. Yours, I bet, is heavy as fuck.
yeah, you couldn't walk it.
Yeah, so we can unhook this one by hand and just walk it in.
Right.
And same thing, we try to do that, and it just goes that much in, and then it gets stuck. And I was like, fuck, man. So now I'm like, Mom, can you take me to the studio, or I'm gonna have to take an Uber? I never taken an Uber. Have you taken an? You know, you've
All the
taken an
time.
Uber.
All the time.
So is it an app you download?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a Lyft guy, not an Uber guy. I'm a Lyft
guy.
guy.
What's the difference?
sometimes cheaper.
Cheaper, and Uber supposedly freaks out if you're drunk. You're drunk. They're not supposed to haul you around if you're drunk. Lyft doesn't give a fuck.
Really?
They're like the fucking Dollar General of the fucking of the driving services. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I take Lyft all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I asked Brian. I was like, "Hey, are you going out after this?" And he goes, "No." I was like, "Can you take me?"
It's kind
He
of
goes, "I'm already out."
kind of a lonely thing when you don't drink anymore, and so you
Yeah,
can't go
fuck
out.
you, Brian. You know why? You know what I feel like? I feel like he's doing this for himself. Like he's trying to get healthy.
Yeah, but
and
it's
then every
bringing
time,
us all down.
and then every time he talks about, well, fuck, I don't want to get anybody to hang out with. I'm like, hey, fuck,
No,
man.
no, it's just you go to the bar. You can't, you go
can-
to the bar.
You can too. You
I
can
went
too.
a whole
Yeah.
year without drinking. I went to the bar every time.
You go to the bar and like everybody's like, "Hey, you want to?" Because you're known as the drunk guy,
Just say no.
and so everybody's like I walked into the bar on Friday, and the lady went and started pouring my regulars. And I was like, no.
Yo, Brian's here. They open the fucking they open the back cabinets.
Go get the private selection of Jägermeister and stuff.
They fucking hook up the kegs.
So if you're gonna feel sorry for yourself and not drink anymore, why don't you just start doing cocaine? That helps the diet too, right? Right?
Your teeth might fall off. Though. You don't
No,
want
it's in your
that.
nose. Your teeth don't fall out if you do
yeah,
cocaine.
just-
They get shinier because you rub them.
No, I don't feel sorry for myself. It's just, like I might go see a movie tonight and, do that instead of going
Alone?
Yeah,
Now you feel sorry for yourself, bud.
no,
No, what are you gonna go see?
I don't know. I saw the previews for that the Immortals with
Is that the
Salma Hayek and Anna Jolie and
Angelina Jolie?
the Marvel
Yeah, I was gonna say Marvel ones.
Marvel Studios.
Yeah, it looks like a real crapshoot of a movie.
You don't have your kid. Why are you gonna go see a kids movie?
Is it a kids movie?
Well, I
Marvel.
mean, it's PG-13, right? Might be a rebel.
Any-
Go see something rated R.
Yeah, why don't you go see Debbie Does Dallas?
Have you seen Dune?
I hear everybody
Everybody's talking
Have you
about
watched Squid Game yet?
I'm 6 episodes. I'm in where they're playing the marbles.
Okay, so what do you think so far?
Okay, here's mine.
Did you keep watching?
Squid Games review, right? Like you said,
Yeah.
first episode. Oh,
It hooks you up,
fuck.
don't it? Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Second episode.
Yeah.
But I realized they had to. Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, I realized they had to let him go and get him back. So it was going to be a slower episode.
Yeah.
The third one, that was good. The fourth one, the fifth one, that was good. The chatter around the world, it's not that good.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. But my problem is I watched the dubbed English version,
Yeah.
and the voices don't match up at all. It's the same guy even doing the man and woman versions. He's like, oh, let me on your team. It sounds like me doing Angel's fucking mom when the women are talking, right? Pause. Yeah, give me some skin. But maybe that's what ruins it for me.
Yeah.
But and we've watched it over the last 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
if that tells you that I haven't sat down and binged it, I'm not that into it, but I'm far enough in that I'm going to finish it. In fact, before I came here, we were watching the Marble episode.
How many? The Marvel episode.
The Marble.
Oh, Marvel. What are? How many are they? 8, 7, 9?
I don't know. I know what's going on now because every podcast I listen to has fucked it up for me.
Yeah. How many episodes? 9. Yeah. Yeah,
It's all right.
that first one is like
Yeah, the first one's fire.
Yeah.
Right. It's badass. And it kind of leads a little slow, but
Yeah.
towards the last 15, 20 minutes, you're like, holy shit.
I'm still not gonna say what I want to say. Talk to me after 9.
Oh, so you've watched the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I gotta pee. You guys got this?
Yeah, dude.
I started drinking when I got here a half hour ago when B was here.
So you bum beam out.
And I'm drinking and he's just sipping Mountain Dew and we're just staring at each other. I'm just like, fuck. We had a good conversation, didn't we, B?
Yes, we did.
Yo,
Yes, we
fuck,
did.
dude. Why don't you guys save it for the pod?
We were just making fun of you.
I figure. What do you think about?
Since you don't want that. You don't want what we're talking
I don't want
about.
that. I don't want that heat.
You don't want that. You don't want that smoke.
What the fuck is up, B?
Nothing, man.
How's work?
Work is still there.
Still there, huh?
Yeah,
Still
but
sucks.
Still working from home. Still,
Oh, do you really?
yeah, still working from home. Till January.
You know, I went to. I gotta tell you guys this story. I went to get my Met card, and it's so funny because you're so used to that masks are kind of like your choice nowadays for the majority of the places. So I go to this place and I just walk in like fucking guns blazing and shit. The lady said, "Yo, you have a mask?" I'm like, "Are we still doing that?"
Oh, is that still?
I'm like, "Wait, I do. Maybe I do in my truck. I don't know at this point." I went and got it, dude. I gotta wait for him to tell that story because that was like the highlight of my week.
So can I tell you the funniest thing you told me on Saturday?
I told you.
Yeah, that you said to me on Saturday. To me,
Wait, hold on.
was the
It's not, well,
funniest
hold on.
thing.
But it sounds like I wasn't that fucked up because I don't know why I don't remember. What was it?
When you told me you were sitting.
No,
next to me-
this is being recorded, so don't put me on blast.
No,
I'm just kidding.
you said, you know how you feel right now is probably how I feel when you're drinking. And I looked at you and I said, probably not. And you go, why? And I go, Because I'm actually really enjoying watching you drink.
Dude, I went to get. Fuck the time police over here is all.
Well, since somebody didn't show up till
You can suck my dick. Do you
Because
take
he's
the garbage out, or do I have to do that
just
too?
too proud to just drive the trailer here.
I just didn't know if there was gonna be space.
No, I got you.
Hey,
but the wife works tonight, so
Oh, hey, I went to get something has been it's been like on my mind lately. It's been like stressing me out.
always something there to remind me.
I thought you were gonna say you're always on my mind.
You're always on my mind. That's a good song.
Yeah. My Met card expired on Thursday.
Oh, you still got to do those?
So yeah, especially back at Company One. It sucks, dude. I hate it. When I left and I went to the other one, if you're a truck driver, you have to. If not, you don't have to.
That's how ours is. If you drive a company vehicle, you have to have one. If you don't,
So anyway, that's why I don't go. So I want to stop doing them. But anyway, no, listen, because I know you guys know that I've been moving shit around and all the stress of selling the house and all that shit. And obviously,
so is it sold?
yeah.
Oh no
I
shit!
mean, we're signing next week.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. So obviously, I'm not paying attention to my diet and all that shit, right? So I 2 days prior, I check on my pressure. Dude, my fucking thing. You would think it was the 4th of July. It was like,
It's like the memes you see when the ones that talk about you know which ones I'm talking about, where it talks about when I open my power bill and I hope it's not high. My power bill shows a guy rushing a fucking bomb. Angel's blood pressure. Cheech and Chong.
Dude, I look at my fucking thing and it goes, "You're always on my mind." Shout out to Willie Nelson. Hopefully he's sober to hear it. So yeah, it was pretty fucking high, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And obviously the last.
So what's high though? Do you dare, or do you want to wait till afterwards?
I mean, I can. I mean, I write it down. I write it down every time. This last time when I did it, the first time was I don't even want to say. It was this one.
Oh wow, Angel.
But hold on. So when I first started taking care of it, this is how high I was.
Yo, when I do mine and it was like 135 over 90, they're like, you have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Oh, that's on my weekends.
I'm like, Angel comes out like fucking Thanos with the glove. He's all, that's high.
Hold my beer.
My heart says my heart says that's yours. My heart says hold my arteries, bud. hold my plug arteries, bro.
Fuck.
But so I was like, holy shit! And when this started to become an issue that I came to realize, I have to take care of this. I went to do it like 3 times, like 3 separate days. I would go and try to get it, and the company went as far as saying, "Well, we can't let you operate." So I became a laborer.
Right.
And I couldn't drive, and I couldn't drive the company truck, and I couldn't operate. So I was like, well, I gotta do something. So basically, I did the little tips that people were telling me. What I'm trying to say is, I went to the place, I fill out the paperwork.
No coffee before you go, right?
No coffee.
No, right.
I was drinking a shit ton of water.
No cigarettes, right?
No cigarettes. I held beating off in the morning because I didn't know anything to spike it. No, but so I got there. I fill out the
your dick's all thump, thump, It's a good thing I got it around my wrist, not my
Dude,
cock.
I wanted you to pee. I was like, it's not gonna happen, lady. It's full of blood. No, but so I fill out the paperwork. Paperwork has become 3 times as much.
Of course.
And also, here's another one that I saw, and I'm not trying to be political or anything. Now it says,
Are you vaccinated?
no. Now
Oh.
it says, birth gender,
Oh,
and then
really?
and then right next to it says gender.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, let's really fuck them up.
It's like, oh, I was like, okay.
But you can't use that one word, right?
No, I can't. So I do this whole thing, right? This lady come up to me, and my first impression, it was like, this lady's what do you call it? Indigenous? What do you call it? Like native.
Native American.
Yeah. She's talking to me. She has like a little accent. She calls out my name.
Sexy?
We go. No. We both go in the back.
You said accent. So, well, sexy then?
Sexy accent?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Oh, you mean accent? No.
Continue.
So we go in the back. She's taking, my height, my weight, and then she's like, go to pee. I go pee, and then she goes, "Oh, you're drinking a lot of water." I'm like, today I am.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, I would have a half a cup of coffee in me by now. But so she brings me into the room, and then she starts, asking me questions and all this, and then she checks my pressure. And I was like, "Ooh!" But obviously, I write it down, because you're filling out the paper. Because now the paperwork that you give them, they give you another one, and then they send you an email that you go to it, and then it pulls out like all your charts, and you have to fill out every single one of them. And I was like, usually my wife does this for me anyway. So I go back, and now she goes, "So you have high blood pressure?" I'm like, "Yeah, and I do take medication for that." This whole entire time, because this is an old lady, I'm like, I'm gonna show my pimp side. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" And I'll be like, "Hey," trying to be friends with her, because I need her help. Be like, "You're good."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you work at Subway? She's
like-
all, "No, why?" I'm all, "Because you're giving me a foot long." Like that?
yeah, something like that. So anyway, she goes, she starts asking me, and then she goes, "So you're Latin?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, that's weird, because Latin people don't have that hair." And so I'm like, "This bitch calling me out? We're gonna fucking fight." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Well, because I happen to," she said, "I happen to be married to a Puerto Rican." And or I think he said, "My sister happened to be married to a Puerto Rican, and they have a kid with the hair that is like perfect, like African American hair.
Yeah.
It is like perfect for dreads." And they're like debating whether they do it or not. But she was like, "But your hair is not like that." And I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you?" And so as we talk, I say, "Well, where are you from?" And she goes, "Mexico." I go, "Oh, okay." And then I go back into my swag, and I'm like, "So you speak Spanish?" And she like flips it and starts talking Spanish to me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm like connecting with this bitch." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
dude, yeah,
better,
fuck
better,
yeah. I'm like, so
get
anyway,
it. Blood pressure, eh?
why don't you check down here for that
Muy
pressure?
gusto, eh?
And so she says, "What part of Mexico are you from?" And I go, "Mérida, Yucatan." She stops writing, looks at me, she goes, "So am I."
Oh, no shit.
Dude, we fucking hugged, we kissed, we made love. And I was like, "Dude, you're gonna make me pass, aren't
She's
you?"
like, blood pressure, 135 over 60.
Oh,
Boom, bud, you're
like,
good.
3 years, motherfucker. So I started talking about, places that I go eat. And like, there's this restaurant in Magna that the guy's from my hometown. And I keep telling her, "You should go here, And I'm like, I went as far, I never met anybody from my hometown here. And so I went, I gave her a hug. She's like, "Oh my God, are you serious? I'm from," So
Does your mother need a maid? I'm sorry, I had to let it go.
Nurse, dude. She doesn't need a fucking maid. So, remember that cousin that I was telling you that he's selling lots? Mm-hmm. That's where she's from.
Oh, okay.
That part of the original, out of the city, close to the beach area. So she's like, "I'm from here," and I said, "Oh," I'm like, "I'm my own land over there." You know what I'm saying? But So yeah, we started talking and we started talking about food and shit. And then she goes, okay, the doctor's coming to see you. But by then she already checked my blood pressure twice. And the second time it was a more decent number. So I was like, oh, I got this in the bag. And so the doctor came in. Well, first of all, they wear a mask. Well, I mean, we all are. No face expression whatsoever. And he goes, hey, so you have high blood pressure, huh? I'm like, yeah, I do. And then he said, so what was the heart cath for? I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, yeah, the heart cath. What's it for? I was like,
The what?
the heart cath, like catheter?
Oh, I thought you were saying heart attack.
No, heart cath.
Okay, I got you now.
And
Yeah.
it's like he actually told me, so it's short for catheter. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So it says you have a surgery, a precision.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, because they, you know how they check
Yeah,
my heart. It went
yeah.
from here. I was like, yeah. I said, oh okay, and I'm still like trying to throw jokes at it. I was like, oh, you know, I was like, but everything was fine. You know what I mean? And it was like, I see. I was like, whoa, did I give me something to play with, man? Fuck. And he did the whole thing, you know, like they try to push you and you're trying to balance yourself
Yeah.
and shit. So, but at the end, it's like, hey, just keep an eye on that pressure before you. I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then he just walks away and goes, we'll take care of you here. And I was like, okay. And then the lady comes out again and she goes, hey, how about I give you your med card? You tell me where to go for that food, huh? I'm like, deal. So I just fucking started
nice.
telling her where to go, and then she signed on my paper and shit, and she gave me a social security number. Chris was awesome. and then finally,
Now your name is Jose Lopez?
it's Hose.
No,
And
Jose Lopez.
call me
Shout
J-Lo.
out Frankie
Call me
Beans.
J-Lo. And so I walked out, and before I walk out, I told her, I'm like, I was gonna say her name. I'd rather not. And I go,
Good for you.
And I go, hey, am I gonna see you here next year? And she goes, God's will says you will see me here next year. And I was like, all right, well, I'll come see you. And she goes, all right.
You got to do it every year?
Yeah.
Really? I will. I'll tell you this.
Because of the pressure.
Because I'm the guy that keeps track of all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when the truck drivers in our division, like the water truck drivers, the foreman, anybody that drives anything that's got a UDOT sticker on it has to have a DOT number. So I keep track of all that stuff. That is the one thing that keeps people from getting med cards is high blood pressure.
Yeah.
And it is a daily occurrence.
Yeah. And I was looking it up because I was doing some research about it because I was like, yo, what can I mean, I did, if there was any way I was going to cheat, I did it. Like, instead of taking my pills at night, I took them that morning. Like, as soon as I even went as far as Googling,
You're all
like, come on.
popping one, snorting one.
Shoving him in my butt. But I went as far as saying, like I wrote down my my medication. I said, how long does it take until he activates?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So he tells me, oh, this and that. And so I was like, it was like from 3 to 5 hours or whatever. I said, okay, well, my appointment is, I'll be there at 8. I wake up at 5.
Right.
As soon as I wake up, I'm gonna pop those. But dude, I was like a drug addict. Dude. I woke up, I'm like, huh? And I went,
like you were tripping, you were gonna fail a drug test because of fucking pot, chugging water.
This fucking lady was like, "Oh, you're drinking too much water." Huh? I'm like, "Yeah," and I don't know, because obviously she knows all the tricks,
right.
So she's probably like, "What is this motherfucker trying to hide?"
Yo, I went in. I got popped on a drug test 3 years ago, and it was just one like, "Hey, will you go take a drug test?" And we're talking dead of summer.
Yeah.
Right, and I was out on, it was when I was project rep
Yeah.
out in Salt Lake, and we go to the warehouse, we get water, right? I have a cooler full of water, and I'm just drinking water throughout the day, right? Here's a drug test. It says, oh, okay. So I run right down there. I go pee. The lady's all, well, this is diluted.
Ooh.
What do you mean it's diluted? I'm like, it's 107 degrees out there, lady. What do
Yeah.
you expect from me right now? Do I just not drink water so you don't say I'm diluted? She's like, I can tell you this is going to get kicked back. So the thought in my mind is, oh, fuck.
Now you're freaking the
They're
fuck
going to
out.
think that I'm hiding
Yeah.
something when I'm not hiding anything. Never heard a word from it. So I was like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Put that voodoo on me.
They know it all, right? They've probably seen everything.
Oh, I'm
you
sure.
know what I
I'm
mean?
sure.
But because that's another thing they told you. Oh, go pee, and then they go, don't flush it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Take a shit and leave it there. What if anybody's ever done that? Just left a log in
What do I
there?
do with this?
No, but like pee in the cup, but drop a log, but don't flush it. Wonder if anybody's ever done that? Because you know the water's blue, and that's why they say don't flush it, right?
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Oh, hey,
It's so fucking funny.
somebody do that. Somebody do
picture.
that. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm glad you got your med card.
Yeah, dude.
I'm happy for you.
It was.
Hey, I'm worried about you, man.
I know. After all this is over, I gotta get my shit into check. It'll happen. It's in the plans.
When are we going to go to the gym? Because
Yeah.
it's time. I got on the scale. I went, oh shit. I dropped all the clothes, butt naked, just before I went to bed 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Got on the scale, and I couldn't see it because I'm like, oh, so I had to suck my gut in so I could see the scale. I was like, oh my God. Something's got to change.
Oh my God. I have to move my balls. So
But then you hear all these stories about people 40, 43 die just out of the middle of nowhere, and
and that's like the one. I mean, not.
we're not teenagers in 20, and we're not in our 20s anymore.
And
man.
that's like one of the things that, and I keep saying this to myself, as shitty as it sounds, I suffer of that because I let it happen.
Yeah,
Because it's all on me.
we all let it happen.
Yeah,
that way,
that's what
right?
I'm saying. Like it's all on me. It's not like, oh, I can't work out because or it's something that I was born with or something that I developed that is I can't cure. No, I can. It's just I gotta get my shit together.
The mentality
Yeah.
that you've lived with, and it's so easy to say, not today,
Yeah.
not today, tomorrow, where about tomorrow comes, not today.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy to do that, and that's why there's such a problem here in our country of obesity.
Yeah.
It's-
That's what the Google says. It said about I don't know if it was 4 or 6 out of 10 people have high blood pressure.
right. You go to work early in the morning when I'm driving, it's dark, and people are running up the sidewalk, and it's just like,
Right?
that should be me, but
Yeah.
that doesn't look fun. I'm all sipping coffee. Put another fucking pouch in my lip. I'm like, yeah.
You're like, it looks free.
Yeah, you pass him all fucking asshole wearing dark clothes.
You're like, it looks freezing out there.
Yeah. But it's so easy just to
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah. No, I will. It's on the plans.
Why don't we have a challenge, the 3 of us?
That'll be good. That'll be badass.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
The 3 of us. Now, obviously, we have to figure out. There's got to be a way to be able to put your weight in, your height, and all that, and figure out percentage. So it's easy because you could lose 19 pounds in a month. If I lost 19 pounds, you know what I mean? Different
yeah.
story. That's equivalent to 6 pounds to me, right?
The time I lost probably the most weight, we did a thing at work where we put money into a pool, and
Yo!
every week we would weigh in, and whoever lost the most percentage of weight for that week would get them. And depending on how many people, so sometimes it was $100 because everybody put in 10,
Yeah.
and we had 10 people, so it was $100 pot.
Why don't we do, and we'll have a weekly update
Yeah.
on the podcast. We'll bring a scale in.
Should we buy Whoops? Or no, Whoops?
What's Whoops? We could do that.
Have you know
We
the
could
Whoop?
do that so we can monitor each other.
You can monitor your how many
And you
how
do
many
a-
hours you sleep, how many hours you're taking rest, how many calories. It
I mean,
matters.
Sober October, Joe Rogan's the
Yeah.
king of doing this, right? It's
Yeah.
where the big idea comes from, where you get a group of people together
Yeah.
and you do a competition. Why shouldn't we do that? We all talk about how much we
Yeah.
need to lose weight and get into shape.
We could.
Now we have, it's easy. It's harder to do it by yourself, and they always
Yeah.
say it's easier to go to the gym with somebody because you have somebody to push you. Now we have competition.
yeah.
Now we have something to. Hey, yeah.
The big
We should do
The
it.
big problem ended up where we stopped it was the buy-in to be in the thing was like, oh well, I don't care if I lose $5.
Well, I don't know if we should put money into it, but like,
I don't even think it needs to be
like
money.
bragging
I
rights.
think we should make a bet, an end game bet,
yeah.
where we all go to, like, somebody takes all of us to a jazz game, or we do something fun, something like that. You know what I mean?
Like the person who loses the least amount of percentage of weight has to,
Buys fedoras for everybody. I'm just kidding.
or something. We can
You were
always,
just like, I don't. What do you want to
I don't win. Yeah, like, fuck. I'll just do it so I don't have to buy one or wear one, for God's sakes, I guess. No, it's a great idea.
Yeah, we should. We should talk about it for sure.
So, I don't know.
When though? When do we start?
Maybe we can involve the pod community.
It doesn't even need to be next episode we weigh in. We could film
Yeah.
us all weighing in, and then let's set a goal for
Now, when
30 days or whatever.
when we weigh in, we all gotta be naked, right,
Yes, of course.
Brian?
Or at least in like shorts and like a tank top or something.
Tidy whities.
And if you want to do it naked, that benefits you, right?
Yeah. Dude, do you see? I don't know if you guys noticed this. Somebody on last episode that we were talking about Mariah giving away those dick candles. They are the mold of the episode of the producer. And I turned to you and I said, "So Brian, get your dick on." Somebody wrote on YouTube, like quote unquote, "Brian, get your dick on," and he goes LMFAO.
I didn't
Someone
even see
liked that comment. That's fucking funny. But yeah, we should. I'm down.
Really? Should we?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Well,
No, let's not talk about it. It's here. The
fucking
proof is in
do
the
it.
pudding right
by
now.
the way, you already have a.
A head start on
Yeah.
us all. You stop drinking.
Yeah. I'll win. I mean, but if y'all want to do the bet,
You need to fucking. You need to fucking.
You're talking to an
relax.
Ethiopian here, bud.
Okay.
Once I know it's fucking competition, I go to the gym twice a day.
Okay.
I get my soccer on, dude.
So it's set right here. We'll set a date for the next
How about this? We'll start next week. I'll bring a scale.
scale.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
What are
do
we-
it.
what are
We'll
we doing
weigh
it
in.
for?
We'll weigh in.
And we'll get it.
That's what we need to talk about. What are we gonna do?
I'll get on my. I'll get on my boxers and step on the thing. Boxers and my bra.
I will too.
Yeah.
I'll wear my wife's fucking G-string. I will.
And then you just step on it and you go, "What does that say?"
Now I think it's only fair. If we're gonna do this, one of you guys hold my balls, because I can't do nothing about that. You guys gotta. Brian's got my balls in his hand.
He takes one, I take the other one, so we can see what the number is.
So what's the end goal?
What's the bet?
What's the bet?
Yeah, let's come up with that shit right now.
Dude, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, me too. You guys are gonna fucking lose. Yeah,
I'll smash you all.
what is it? What do we do?
Keep drinking that Coors Light over there.
So no, but I think I think that we need to make this fair though, because like I said, I mean you could lose 20 pounds.
Well, it would be
That's
based on-
impossible
it would be-
for me.
It would be based on percentage of,
Now-
of your weight.
Now, how about this? I don't want to say doesn't matter how you lose it, because that's not what I meant. But I'm like, are we attacking this ourselves, or are you allowed to get like help from a professional?
Oh yeah, whatever you do is on you.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's you weighing in there.
Yeah.
I don't care if you spend $1,000 to get somebody to do your meals
Yeah.
and figure out your. At the end of the day, it's still just you.
Yeah.
We all have that advantage we can use, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, spend $1,000 to win $20.
Hold on, I'm gonna call Jason.
That's what I was gonna do.
Shout out to the Damage Plan podcast.
Yeah, I might have to give him a call. Yeah, but so what are we winning?
We have to have something
Yeah.
because money doesn't do it, right?
Well, unless it's a lot of money.
I mean, if we were talking like $1,000 each, then it's a different story. But I don't think that's as fun as at the end of the day, the guy that doesn't lose as much pays for everybody to do something. That way we can document it and make a thing of it.
I think it'll be
about
whoever
something-
loses
how
the
about-
most, the other two pay for whatever.
How about
on the
something
winner.
like Top Golf or something like that?
Top
I like,
golf?
dude, I like the jazz game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because then at the end of it,
You got the whole.
we can all party.
Yo, so what exactly are you saying? If we go to a game, it's just 3 all boys?
Just the boys.
Okay.
That's all you're required is just the 3 of us. So you'll have to
We
buy
have
the
a
3
parking spot
tickets.
here.
Right.
Lower bowl seat.
Lower
Jesus.
bowls. No, I like it.
Really?
I like it.
Okay.
So the
Lower-
the one that loses the least amount of weight has to take the other two to a Jazz game,
Okay.
lower bowl seats.
I'm so down.
So are we
how
all?
long?
I don't want to wait a week to start this, though. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, because then when you get your drink on. Now, here's another thing we're not taking in consideration. Thanksgiving is this month.
That doesn't matter. Why do you have to engorge yourself?
You ain't gonna take no potatoes and fucking. Tomatoes, potatoes. Have you, seen that movie?
You know what that means?
What?
You have to work out the next day.
True. That's true.
So does everybody have a scale at their house?
I have one.
So really, whatever the scale I mean, I trust you guys,
yeah.
right? And everybody should be the same in this room, right? But we should all, and nobody needs to know this. Are you guys good about showing your weight with the podcast? I want to document this, right?
I tell you what.
So we all talk about
Tell you what I wear right
we
now.
all talk about content, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we want to build something where people can get into it and follow us.
Dude,
this is a great opportunity.
I have a rock hard boner right now about this.
Let's
He's
fucking
already working
do
out here.
it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
He's back there doing Kegels. He just squirted.
No, I really just have to pee really bad, but I can't get by the camera.
We can get out of here.
to go pee. So
What time is it? How long have you been?
110.
We can get out of
Okay,
here.
but we need to come to an
So
agreement.
we'll do it next. We'll bring it next weekend.
Lower bowl seats. When's the date?
How long are we doing this? Though?
Today is for a month.
Today is the 5th. Let's say. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn it, dude.
How about we do it?
December 10th.
Dude,
would
wise
give
guys are
everybody
coming.
5 weeks.
I think it's a terrible timing, but I'll do it.
That's what I said. I think it's terrible for me to be on a diet right now because we got the holidays coming up. But hey,
But you know what the thing is though, like
You know what? All I'm hearing is excuses.
no.
I've already won.
But you please.
I've already won.
But you know what I think is that the fact that like you already got a head start. That's what I'm saying. Like how many weeks are you in? 2 or 3?
2.
started on the 25th, so this would be second week.
So if I was already in that, I call it the zone. Once I go a whole week, I'm in the zone. Like this shit's gonna stop. That's why I did the whole month for my birthday. If I was 2 weeks in, I was like, this is I was like, I would be like, this is fucking cake. It's just working out, and you have the thing in your house.
Yep, I have a treadmill
He has
and
a fucking Bowflex.
I don't have
He has
that.
the fucking
Bowflex.
Suzanne Summers.
I don't have.
He has the Jade Fonda
got the
video.
shake fucking weight.
The shake wave.
the exercise balls and all that stuff.
He only has the balls.
He's got some
He has some heavy balls.
heavy balls.
That's all you gotta do is squats. Huh?
Take away this ball and chain.
All you gotta do is squats. Huh? It's like,
Throw 'em over
it's
the
like,
shoulder.
Is that on it in between your legs?
So 5 weeks,
My balls should be sponsored by On It. The best kettlebells known to man.
so 5 weeks. We weigh in next week.
Yeah, I'll bring the thing next
Or
week.
do we want to weigh in tonight at your house?
No, because I want to
And
get
we
at
can-
it. I want to get at it now. I don't want to, because if we're talking about this, we're all going to take it serious right now, right? As soon as we leave
We're
here,
not
right?
starting next week then?
That's what I'm just saying. Why don't we just go home, weigh in when we get home? We all have scales. Weigh in, and if everybody's good about it, we'll post it on Monday when the episode launches.
Okay.
We'll end on
Send me your pictures and I'll edit them so they're all.
October. Do we take body shots?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
It's only 30 days, so it's not worth doing that, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be that much of a transformation.
Also, let's wear socks when we step on our scales. Huh?
So if
Please.
anybody listening knows a great way to figure this out to where it's even,
Yeah.
let us know, right?
just percentage of.
But how do you figure that out?
Oh, I know how to do math.
Well, I understand you
Dude,
can do math, but is there a...
Lower bowl tickets are gonna be so fucking expensive.
Well, I'm not saying we're going to sit behind the Jazz.
No, I know what I'm saying.
They might be the very top seats in the lower bowl.
I'm not worried about it because I'm going to smoke you motherfuckers.
Dude, when is the last time you did any exercise that is not on your side by side?
I do this all the time.
That's what's going to get him.
12-ounce girls, my friends.
I have to fucking rock my Taylor Swift and drive my ass to the gym, dude, and I'll fucking smoke you. bitches. I was gonna say something else. We've been saying that a lot at work, dude. And I was coming up the stairs. I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and say, "What's up, you?" And I was gonna say it, and I'm like, I've been using that a lot at work. And then as I'm going up, I'm like, dude, how about I say that on the episode, on the podcast, like people say. Okay, so
do we agree? Do we do December, or do we take this to
January.
do you want to? When you say December, you want to start on December 1st?
No, I want to start now, starting tomorrow.
God damn.
That's why I went away in tonight.
It's just like, I don't start diets on Saturday.
I don't start
only
things on
Mondays.
Yeah, I start things on Mondays.
Well, you can start on Monday. I'm starting as soon as I get done with these, because I'm all out of beer at home.
Oh no.
I've already started, so I don't
you
care
know,
when we start.
okay, so we don't have a set amount of weight, right? It's
No.
just whoever, like, off of your weight, how much you drop after a whole month.
Yes. December 10th. That gives us 5 weeks. That's a week more.
Dude, that's the day before. That's the day before your anniversary. You're gonna
My
fuck
anniversary.
like a
My
mother-
anniversary is the 11th of this month.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, this month.
Yeah.
So you'll be good for the fights next month.
Yeah, I'll be. Next month will be good.
Oh, dude, then on the fights we fucking engorge, dude.
Yeah. When is that? You type
11th, the 11th.
It is the 11th.
December 11th.
Oh, it is. What a better time to do it, right there. Yep, that's the day.
Okay.
December 10th, we all weigh in together on the same scale.
Okay.
We're going to take pictures tonight on what everybody weighs.
Yeah.
And the person that... what is it? The person that loses the
most.
least amount of weight
The least amount. Yeah, yeah.
takes us all to...
Wait, no, but it's gotta be. That's fair. That's not fair, because the second guy is like, "Oh, I made it," without not being the best, not being the
How
worst.
do you know you're going to be the second guy, though? Okay, so second guy buys drinks that night
At the game?
at the game, takes care of the food and drinks, because you know that's not going to be more than the
Yeah.
tickets, right?
Right.
So that's fair, right?
Yep. I can tell you the way right now.
So I'm going to tell you right here.
I can tell you the way right now. I weighed that today.
2 what? Oh, what is it? 350,
365.
365.
So December 15th, the Jazz play the Clippers. The 17th, the Spurs.
Hey, you got to give us
At
time.
home?
We got to get time to actually have somebody buy the tickets.
We don't have to buy it in advance. Has to be a game in December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
I'm in.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Brian, where can they find you?
I will be at some bar near you. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, DJ Bad Boy Brian.
Near me?
If you live near downtown.
Sexy. Did you change your fucking name?
I've looked into it. I actually have to own a piece of property to be able to change my name to a lord.
You do. You own
But
your-
on Instagram, who cares about your birth certificate?
Nah, I want it to be real. But I've looked into it. $40, I can buy a piece of land, a square of land in Scotland.
Really?
I sent you my
40
numbers, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Was I not joking? I am legit, is like hardcore
No,
as
but
it
I meant
gets.
on your Instagram.
I haven't done it yet.
No.
I wanted to make it legit, so I
then-
could put the certificate up that I was a lord.
So what is it? You shared something, dude. I was like, oh, look, I'm proud of you. What did you share this week
I don't know.
on your story?
Oh, the Will Wonder.
Oh,
Talking
yeah,
about the Limp Bizkit tattoo.
You're a hoodlum, fucking.
he's all hashtag $3 bill, y'all. I'm like, you
Shout out to
fucker.
Cartoon Doug. You gonna tell them where they can find you? or-
Yeah, J_Sim68 on the gram.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I used to do this thing with Becca, but she's witchcrafting, and I used to do this thing with Dre, but he doesn't have the energy to do it anymore. So. You know where to find us. Thank you so much for the 30,000 plays and downloads. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there, and we will see you on the other side of the Beehive.
I'm going to smoke all you motherfuckers.